welcome to another exciting edition of P&B World Cup show on Politics and Business TV. I'm your host, Abraham Sunday. The road to World Cup glory narrows tonight as two European heavyweights, Spain and France, renew one of football's greatest rivalry in a mouth-watering semi-finals. Joining me in the studio is media sport marketing professional Josiah Delight Amedu from the city of Warri. We have Chimobi joins us, and also finally from Ibadan we have the insightful Opeyemi joining us, and they will share their insight and deep tactical analysis will help us break down every angle of this blockbuster encounter. So stay with us as your P&B World Cup show start now. No gigment, no distraction, just pure unfiltered sport action.
Diogo Dalot,
Make the P&B Sports Show part of your weekday routine.
Philogene in the penalty area, twisting and turning. He tries to flick it towards goal.
Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. Make the P&B Sports Show part of your weekday routine.
into Osimhen.
30 minutes of breaking headlines, in-depth analysis, match preview, things to another level. Get ready for balls of fire every Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. One explosive hour of fearless opinion, heated debate, and non-stop football conversation. Weekdays at 9 a.m., Saturdays at 1 p.m. Stay ahead of the game. No gigments, no distraction, just pure unfiltered sport action.
Diogo Dalot.
Welcome back. It's P&B World Cup show reaching live from the nation's capital, and of course, my Oga at the top here, the marketing sport professional Josiah Delight Amedu. It's good having you again. Today is Tuesday, 14th.
It's getting close to the end of the Mundial, and interestingly, we are in the top 4. Nobody's going home until after the semi-finals the third place match is being played. Well, I just want to say kudos to Africa. Africa actually have been setting records ever since they appeared in the World Cup, and we want to say a very big thank you to Egypt, who actually in 1978 was the first. 1934 was the first African nation that qualified for the World Cup ever in the history of FIFA football, and then we also saw Tunisia being the very first African that won it a game in world football, and then we now saw Cameroon became also one of the first team that went to the quarterfinals, just one step to the semi-finals in 1990. So you can see that the Africans are not left out. Just only unfortunately in this FIFA World Cup, about 3 African teams went past the game, the group of 16, and that was when they said bye-bye. Now we are at the finals, and we're seeing the great masquerades who actually have the best dance to dance, and we'll see who actually will win this championship. Yesterday we were talking about top 2 the teams, and we had our permutations. But one of the things I said here, this is not the time for permutation. This is the time that who is very willing to win this championship. If Argentina has a better crystal ball that FIFA, there's a crystal ball that always read FIFA World Cup. If that crystal ball says it's Argentina, just like your madam is putting me under pressure to support her that she will win. I thought that well, just for the sake of sympathy, that part of this team, I want to say let her win.
To the other city, Warri, we'll have Chimobi joining us. Chimobi of Crown FM, Warri. Chimobi, good evening. How is Warri this evening? Hope it's not wet.
Well, it's really rainy here. Yeah, Warri is great. It's raining. I'm sure you know, given on the region here, it's kind of very, very interesting when it comes to the rain.
Yeah, it's actually raining here in Abuja as we speak. Then all the way to Ibadan, we will have Opeyemi, the insightful Opeyemi. Opeyemi, welcome to the show. France, Spain have looked impressive throughout the tournament, but we head into the semi-finals with the greater momentum. Your own opinion?
Well, the thing is, when you look at these two teams, there are two teams that have gotten thus far in the competition with their with different approaches to the game. You look at the Spanish national team; they started off rather slow. Remember that draw that they had against Cabo Verde, which of course kind of lit the paper for Cabo Verde.
Yeah.
They've already extended. But when you look at that draw, it was really, really a lot compared to how many were expected Spain to start off the World Cup. But they built gradually, and that is the interesting thing about this team. They've not conceded lots of goals, and they've been they've not been as fluent as many as a lot of us would have maybe expected at the beginning of the tournament. If you go back to the Euros, when Spain won the Euros, they had this wingers who were capable of coming in and destroying it. But with Lamine Yamal and Spain are effective. They are, and they tend to get the goal when necessary. And that has been very, very good. They are not flamboyant. They've not been flamboyant at this year's tournament. We've not seen all the flash of the ball, but they've been very, very good at what they are doing. And that's why they're in the semi-final. Yeah. Then you look at the French national team. It's been everybody's going to. A lot of people were rooting for France long before the tournament got to this level. And with Kylian Mbappe, he's chopped up 8 goals already. He has more assists than even Lionel. He has had more goal contribution than any other individual at this year's tournament. He speaks volume, but after the side, he's also got someone like Ousmane Dembele, who's very much capable of also doing damage. And then you have the likes of Bradley Bacola and Desire, who also are very good when it comes to their attacking outputs. France have also got a very, very good midfield. They don't have, I don't rate their defense all that much, but a good midfielder and a very fighting attack. Now, having said that, I think these two teams will be testing each other. France have got a very fearful attack. And one thing I think the French guys will be telling themselves, having a battle between a very solid defense line and a very, very good attacking lineup into.
Yeah, indeed, Chimabi. I think that's a fantastic analysis. But let's come to you, Josiah, before I go back to Ope, Yemi, at Ibadan. Josiah, looking at these two teams, which one do you think comes out to turn the momentum into this game? Which one is even under pressure? Let me even put it that way. For me, I would think probably France might be under pressure considering the fact that they got to the finals last time out, and this time around they are in the semi-finals, so they want to prove something or they want to win this one at this time. But let me get your take on this.
Well, the interesting thing about the French national team is that ever since they came to this World Cup tournament, they've been exciting. They've never let their guards down. They've come for business. And each time you go to the tabloids, newspapers are talking about their performances. Coach Deschamps is doing exactly what his strategy is telling him and is inching into the finals. Coming this far to the semi-finals, it's not a time that they want to let down their guards. And so the likes of Mbappe, Olise, and Dembele are going to prove a point to the world that they've come this far, just like what they did in 2022, that they lost to Argentina at the finals. And so they will not want to take any chances. They will go all out. And interestingly, they are one of the most exciting and most followed team right now in this Mundial. And permutations, even before we appeared into this studio for the World Cup, have only penciled down 3 main radar of whoever can win this World Cup. We're talking about England, talking about Spain, talking about France, and talking about Argentina. These are the 4 people that a lot of people have predicted to be at the finals. So France will not be a left out country. I see how it can pan out for them. They have 3 great players that can turn things around. Except maybe all of them decide to go to sleep. If they put a sleeping pill in the ball, maybe they kick it and then they go to sleep. That will be a problem.
All right, just after they have 3 great players, but a lot of people will not agree with you that France have just 3 great players. They have first 11, they have second 11. Even their second 11 is
when I mean 3 great players, we're talking about 3 players that can turn things around when things are at the low end, when nobody expects anything. These ones have shown themselves exceptional during the course of this World Cup. And so these are the three people that are the leader. Amongst many other people that I cannot mention, maybe not because I don't know what they can do, but because they're a bit quiet, more than these other three people who are at the top radar of notification. They have been noticed and they have shown that they are world-class players. These are players that come.
Yeah, that's very, very well. It's actually the best attack I've seen so far. But the major issue we have tonight is midfield because we all expect
Your phone is 5G and you didn't even.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
It's not. We all expect the level of skills to take charge of midfield because they have three good midfielders. Talking about one playing at here, very good. Others playing at the same. Probably they know playing at the midfielder. Look behind the likes of Alex Baena, Lami Yaman, and the other one. But the major reason for France for French and France is their midfield because Andre Rabiot and Kone, these players cannot do it alone. Because taking a look at how Rabiot has been playing, they have been competing for France. France, they have been getting the winners. Doesn't make take a look at their midfield. So their midfield is not that good. Talking about Spain, French midfield, France midfield, it's not that good. Going to their defense, I think their defense they only have two centre backs. Talking about
Activated.
And Tayo Pamecano. But looking at their right back and their left back, they actually started this tournament with Sivana just feeling the left back. Then they went to Lucas Digne. I think that was the second one before these goals. Lucas Digne has been the one starting the left back for France. On the right back, so they'll be disputed. So I think they are going to have major issues in their midfield tonight because the transition we've been saying since the first day, talking about from their defense to midfield to attack, we are likely to see less of each more dynamic midfielders who that and connect. So connection and the connection tonight are where France are going to have issues. But I'll be expecting the likes of Dembele and Ulisse to come and be doing the collection and the connections like that. So now Mbappe just has to more creative because the chance to come and of course for any other attacker, be it Napoleon that starts on the left or Desiree Doué, they have to be very, very clean. I'm going to the Spanish side. Spanish side are going to have a lot of issues tonight in their attack because Lami Yamal has been fluctuating. I've not really seen Lami Yamal so last season at Barcelona. He hasn't been that, at best. He hasn't been very, very utilized at best at this tournament. But taking a look at the next of the players, we have been very, very good in the past 3 years for the way of playing. And on the left wing, Alex Baena has also been good. So I think I'm expecting Alex Baena should come up tonight more than any of the attackers. We beat Lami Yamal, of course. This guy has been very, very good. But now, it all depends on losing that. Talking about head coach of Spain, but it's not going to rotate.
Think that area, where do you think the battle will be won? Is it the midfield or the flanks? Where do you think is going to be won in this game?
Well, today's game, I think number one, the Spanish guys do understand the midfield game. They are very much capable of playing the midfield game. Their French opposition also understand the midfield game very, very much as well. I think the midfield will have a huge role to play. But ultimately, I think one thing we've known that we've seen from this year's tournament is that, this year's championship, is that it doesn't matter who you have in your squad. It doesn't matter the kind of player you have in your squad. It's all down to who shows up on the day. All right. We've seen some great teams take a hit as a result of not showing up. So it's all about who is able to play and try to compete today's game. It goes beyond whether you have great midfield because you look at the French midfield, they've got some really, really good guys. But you cannot also take the Spanish team that have good midfield. If you look out wide, if Lamine Yamal is far best to be, you also have to admit that the Spanish guys also do understand that part as well. So largely, I'm just going to again sum it up with what has been the theme of this year's World Cup. It's all about who's showing up on the day, who's going to maintain their discipline, who's going to be able to maintain their shape under pressure and maximize opportunity when it comes down to that particular moment.
Exactly, maximize opportunity as he comes on them. But Chimobi, I will still want to stick with you on this. Can France pace on their pace on the counter attack punish Spain if they commit too many players forward? Do you think their pace can really punish them. Can you?
I didn't get the last part of your question. Can you please go back a little bit?
Okay, I'm asking that can France, the pace of France, the French team on the counter attack, can they punish the Spaniards if they commit too many players forward?
Well, but one thing that we've known from Spain at this year's World Cup is that they've not shown that they are capable of scoring lots of goals. And all of that could change tonight. They've not scored lots of goals at this tournament, but they do have solid organization. Now, if Spain overcommits, given as players that France have got, you have to envisage that scenario. Okay, if you put it on like Brandon Bacola, for example, he's faced. You saw him at the Champions League final against Arsenal. Once he came on board, time after time, he was running through the Arsenal defense line. Yeah. So if Spain commits too much players forwards, they can actually get. Then they've got Kylian Mbappe. You see, right now, if you want to say the best player in the world, you can't look too far away from Kylian Mbappe. He's got 42 goals in number 48, 48 appearances for Real last season in all competitions. So the man certainly going to be
It's not good for broadcast. It's not good for broadcast. We cut him off. It's not good for broadcast.
International fans which earlier today.
Yeah.
And he talked about defensive organization. That is something that Louis de la Fuente and his players in this year's tournament. They stay very calm. They understand when to go, and then they're like become arguable. Okay, you don't have to help them. You know, when he's on board. I'm just saying. I'm not expecting Spain to overcommit. If they do overcommit,
the background noise is coming in. Why Chimobi is talking to us, please. Chimobi, you can go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, like I was saying, I said, given the level of attack that Spain have got and that France have got, it will definitely hurt the Spaniards if they overcommit. Okay, basic players like Mbappe, basic players like Brandon Bacola, these and even Osman Dembele, who's currently here. You have to admit that if you overcommit against him, you're going to get punished. Okay, so I'm not expecting the Spaniards to overcommit, but if that happens, they will have to count their cost. France have got too many fast players and too many good finishers for them to risk that. But then again, this is football. It's all down to who shows up on the day.
All right, I think that's fair. To be honest, I think that's fair. But it's time for us to go on a short break. When we come back, of course, we'll continue the conversation on the first semi-finals of FIFA 2026 World Cup today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Tired of the snow? Tired of the bad TV?
PMB's World Cup show reaching live from the nation's capital. And I'm still very much with Chimobi all the way from Warri, and also the ever insightful Opeyemi from Ibadan, and of course my guy here in the studio, Josiah Delight Ahmedu. Josiah, best semi-final game for FIFA 2020, FIFA World Cup 2026.
Well, I think barring injuries free from the both Spanish squad and the French team, Deschamps has brought this lineup and hope that from the statistical strategy he wants to use, these are the players he feels can help achieve his final attack on the well, let me see. I think I've gone out to go and do something different now.
Okay, don't have the lineup with you then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
why you?
I have Olise.
Okay.
I have Mbappe. I have
okay, if I can put that on the screen for us,
I would, but I know that the Deschamps himself have not been careless about what he wants to do. I think they beat very comfortable that they don't have injuries, and I just believe the names are the normal ones actually that he has brought all this while to play during the course of the championship. I don't think there's a much change. Just like the Spaniards also have already changed their formation of who is going to play. There are names that people want to put before. I always don't say that I don't play names. I play who want to win. Can those people play? Because I see that let's look at the strategy. Can the players who are going to play meet the formation of the show?
But let me come to you, Chimobi. I don't know if you share some sentiment with Opeyemi. Which of these players do you think will have huge responsibility to inspire their team to the finals come on Saturday? On Sunday, I beg your pardon.
Well, here's the thing. I share the position of Opeyemi earlier. Arsenal is a very for the French national team, though, the popular guy. For the French national team, though, the popular guy will have to be killed. He's having a great World Cup, and you expect that he definitely will want to do this. Now, don't rule out what Michael said is very much capable of doing. So there are a couple of players who are. Now, if Lamine Yamal, let me not just put this, because I think it would be unfair, really, not to admit that the fact that Lamine is a great guy, and in his elements, he's capable of delivering on the big stage. So both sides do have players who are very, very good when it comes to determining such a big game.
Okay, fine. I think we'll have the lineup on the screen there already. But as we are looking at that, let me still ask before I come back to Josiah here in the studio. Well, which tactical adjustment should both managers consider before kickoff? If you have to advise any of them, which of the tactical adjustment do you think they should consider before the kickoff? Chimobi.
Okay, I wouldn't want any changes so far. Because when you alter for it, let me use France for example. I said it earlier. They know that they're up against a very organized Spanish side, very organized side, because they've not chopped up number of goals, they've not considered number of goals. They're just doing their things very quiet. They're getting the job done, and in what really they're gonna win it. Sometimes it's not all about scoring all of the major goals. So the French guys are going to be telling themselves, you know what? Yeah, they don't concede goals, but we scored an incredible number of goals. So it will be, I think it will be counterproductive for the coach of France, that's Egypt, to attempt to alter his style that it seems to play at this point. But the Spaniards, it has worked for them so far. Yamal, playing at his very best, even though he won more goals than any other person in their last game. They still don't have him. So I would say De La Fuente should just maintain what has brought them so far in the tournament. And we'll see how it goes. Now, in the course of the game, there may be need for tweaks here and there, but maintaining your structure that has served you so well in the tournament, I think that's right.
Exactly. I think I want to agree with you to Chimebu. They have to maintain what the pattern that brought them so far to this semi-finals. But I don't know if you have the lineup now. I think Josiah, I don't know if you have something to say about.
Well, I don't. The lineup a while ago has been flashed, and we saw a kind of a 4-2-3, which I was trying to analyze. A 4-2-3 formation, and
4-2-3-1.
Which I think for me is rather very careful. I think that's what they are trying to do. They are trying to play a very careful attack. But be that as me, I will see that in those attacks, Desire and Dembele and Ulisse they're not going to be operating as if they are operating a 3 attacking formation, but they're going to be attacking a 4-player attack. Whilst Rabiot are going to be falling them back as maybe libero and a sweeper as defenders, and then the main person will be distributing the ball. I want to believe that this formation is a very, very tight formation. What this does is that these players, Rabiot and that sounds very mouth breaking spelling. Will be assisting in the attack, so that there will not be any kind of porous. See, they are not even thinking of the midfield; they are thinking of the attack. that the attackers and the midfielders can also mop up any ball that is loose. Now, we have Julius Koundé and Saliba. Saliba, we all know his potentials in the defense. And I look at the Hernandez. These are very rugged defenders. Though people say that the French national team does not have a very good defense, I want to disagree. It depends on what you bring to them as the game progresses. But the Spanish people are only not good at their very good, skillful football, which they're going to use. I want to say the Spanish people are even the ones that have a very worse defense. I could remember the days of Piqué.
In this competition?
For now, though you think that they have considered less goals.
They just
think they've considered less goals. It's because
my calculations are
the issue is that they have not met the kind of firepower of a lot of the kind of players or kind of team that could give them what. Some of these countries that played during the World Cup were very lucky that they met some kind of less fancied country. But
I will not agree with you.
You can disagree on that.
Going to the World Cup, you qualify for the World Cup.
I do.
You are not a pushover.
I've always said that when I look at your team, it is only the first time I can tell you that both countries are getting themselves a team that has a very good opposition because of their quality of players, because of their quality of tactics, and that is why we're going to see good football. If anybody should survive this event of this moment, these four teams that are playing, then I know that you have a very good defense. But now I cannot want to tell you that because you escaped some goals, but most of their goalkeepers were not even tried. Even the ones that goalkeepers that tried were just flimsy. Those maybe luck.
Okay, fine, Jose. I think that's good. But going forward, Chimobi said something about adjustment. Do you agree with Chimobi that tactically they could just maybe do one or two, or you could just leave it the way it is going to this game? I'm talking about the French team and also the Spaniard team.
Whether those teams like it or not, what's certain is that France would have worked, on the style of play of Spain, and Spain would have done the same, to France as well. So the thing is, both the Fuente and the Deschamps, they need to improve on their tactical aspects, and they should allow the technical aspects to pick that to be there. And the thing with the Fuente is that the thing is the only person that has come, up the throughout the tournament to make a major influence in the game has been Miguel Merino. But looking at the French side, I think they almost finished their work within 90 minutes. They already take it to to time all of that. So for the Spanish side, they get out to be more dynamic and less static. Same thing goes for the French team. But I think tonight, expensive things to play. So I'll be going with the Deschamps.
All right. Chimobi, looking at the game now, do you expect this match to be settled within 90 minutes, or do you think there will be a stretch? Are we going to have an extra time in this game, or probably possibly penalties, or do you think this game within 90 minutes is going to be settled? And if it stretch to the extra time, who do you think will have the fighting power or the energy to finish this game strong?
I'm sorry, before it's something the lineup my guy gave to us for me is predicted not the official lineup because the official lineup is not yet out.
Okay, out yet. Okay. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Okay,
you cannot tell whether it's the official lineup or not the official lineup.
No, I think it's.
But I know that this is the positioning of the teams as per they are playing the game. But what I try to make you understand is that Deschamps is normally playing a 4-3-4 formation and one. Now it depends on whatever he wants to do in terms of maybe readjusting and then maybe bring for the tactical. You cannot tell. Are you the coach of France that can tell me that that's the issue?
This is not
they didn't say anything. I'm just telling you that you cannot tell. FIFA don't only brought this lineup and that's what they are putting up. And FIFA also have an idea of what clubs have been playing.
Okay.
They have an idea of what clubs have been playing. So if they bring you a format of what is there, is that's what they've been using for some time. So it depends on how they want to use it on the field of play. Either they change it or they leave it at that. Sometimes they play one top striker and then they have three three attacking midfielders, and then you have like 5 defenders, or sometimes they make it. It depends on how you want to be robust or you want to like adapt. If we are talking about tactics, we're not talking about names of
okay,
people.
What I mean is saying that the
it does not know.
Okay,
These are pictures from FIFA.
Okay, let's move on. Go on, try to
It's a
manage
tactical
time.
issue we are talking here, not about is it the coach of no, so you cannot tell us that.
Okay, let's move forward. Chimabi, you got my question right, or should I repeat it again?
Okay, as for whether this game will stretch into
extra time or possible penalties.
It has the potential to stretch into extra time, given the fact that these two teams cannot understand themselves. Like Okoyemi said earlier, they must have studied each other and probably look for weakness. Although I'm prepared to finish in regulation time, I wouldn't want to have that as extra time, because maybe extra time is it will be too exhausting. Alright? But here is it. If it gets into extra time, I will throw my weight behind the front. They understand the concept of conserving energy. So I think for the French, they will rather let's get into normal time. And like I said, once they have the opportunities, they're able to take the opportunities. It will give them that jump or that is an 80 goal. Yeah, that game has a chance of dragging into extra time.
Okay, good. Okay. Okay, do you share some sentiment with Chimabi? Do you think he's going to get to extra time, or we'll get everything done within 90 minutes?
I actually do not. I don't think it's going to get to extra time, because there's so much quality on both sides for it like this rather than so one or the other. Maybe in the 11th hour, one player is going to come up in a position. So I don't see it getting to extra time.
Okay, Josiah, do you think, looking at the game and both weights, we know these are two European heavyweights. Do you think
I know where you were going to go. I know the competition. This match is going to extra time. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be, because it's not going to be an easy game. If anybody wins, that will be a lock. My crystal ball will not tell me that it's a lock permit. But the match I know that will not go into an extra time is the match between England versus Argentina. That match will be straight 90 minutes game. But for this one, this will have two littered quality players to play this game.
Still 90 minutes for England and Argentina.
Yes.
Who comes out victorious?
England.
You're going to say that?
I know, because this is a game that bookmakers cannot predict. Honestly, I'm saying this.
Sentiment to judge.
No, it's not sentiment. You see this game, Spain and France. They are very, very. Some people think that because the Bele Olise are there. The Spanish people are very quiet, but they are very deadly when it comes to their game. They don't even announce themselves, but when they get the ball and they get their rhythm, and then you don't know what football is.
Yeah, possession likewise. I think they're very good retaining the ball. Chimabi, finally, as we try to wrap up this program, but looking at if peradventure France get to the finals, do you see France winning this World Cup if they got to the finals?
If France do touch down at the finals, I have to admit the odds of them winning is very high. The chances of France winning the World Cup, if they get to the final, is very high. They lost the last final in Qatar, marginally to Lionel Messi inspired Argentina. And the likelihood of having Argentina France final is staring us in the face. I understand that the boss in the studio that is rooting for England. I don't want England in the final. I'm not, because they're not good enough.
Why now? What did they do to you now?
It's frightening.
What they did to you, but bookmakers have also, but that they should not be there. But they've come this far. Since 1961, they have been there, and they've been at the semi-finals at least some couple of times. Give it to them, man, for them trying to come this far.
I think this we don't need to be sentimental here.
I don't know, maybe
it's football.
But eventually you're a Man United fan or a Chelsea fan. That's why we don't want them to come this far.
Actually, Chimabi is a Man United fan.
So that's why.
Chimabi, please go ahead with your analysis.
The English team, honestly, I'm rooting for them. I want them to get to this finals. And let me disappoint some of you on this studio. It's going to be a Spain, a Spanish, and England finals.
Spain. Okay, you think Spain is going to win today?
Spain. Well, I don't say we will go to the round of what they call it, extra time. But I want. Let me use this word now. Permit me. I want a Spain and England final.
Okay, Chima, please go ahead, please.
Well, I understand the position of your boss there.
I want a boss. I'm like you. I'm arguing passionately. Chimabi, be free. Let's argue. Let's not argue. Not on sentiment, but on your own perception. So I give England. You're shaking your head. It's my own analysis.
Chimabi, please go ahead.
Ultimately, if France do get to the World Cup final, there's a huge chance of them winning.
Yeah.
Well, we need to see a repeat of the last year's World Cup final.
Push these people at the side.
We are all a replay, given how that final match played out.
Yes.
It was really intense, and I'm sure you know how the shootout went and all of it. So I think the world is due a replay of that World Cup final. If that happens this year, it wouldn't be out of place, and I think I'll be rooting for France if they do get to the final. But they have to overcome the Spanish problem. La Roya will definitely give them a run for their money. You can take that to the back and be anything. But today, I think we just have to sit down and enjoy the people game of football.
Exactly. Opayemi, I know you want to say something. You are itching to say something. Let me give you that floor. Go ahead. Let's get your thought on this.
To be honest, I mean, laughing all alone, like you right there, because of the opinion of our guys today.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, it's still going to be just like last week I said now, for France to win the World Cup, and I think they are likely to win it, and they are likely to play against the failures of England in the finals, because I've seen all the games. Like these 4 finalists, I've seen all their games from those stage, all the games they played so far. I've seen everything, so I know that the Argentina side, they only came into this World Cup with with 2 natural wingers. So it's going to be difficult for them to play against English side that has very, very good fullbacks.
God bless you.
And the attack was so. But going back to the France game, trust me, I'm going with the French. They are in the top France to qualify in the finals. I'm going to pick it up. Yeah. They won 8 years ago. And last edition of football, they lost by the penalty. Anyone could have lost when it comes to penalty.
True.
But this time around, they are winning it. I'm rooting for Kylian Mbappe.
Okay, you're a Kylian Mbappe fan. Okay, I've seen that. Okay, as we try to wrap up, your final thought on this.
Very fascinating expose and permutation there by these two gentlemen. Football is not about the names of players; it's about when you have the opportunity to score.
No, but they make their analysis.
I'm not denying debunking the analysis. But me, I'm talking about when I see football, when I know the kind of pedigree of what.
No, we're actually debunking our analysis, to be honest.
That's me. Because the analysis is self.
They make.
This is me. It is self. It is self. No. It is. I say so. It is self-determined. It is not about when the game is not yet played. I don't determine. I only don't tell you what we were expecting, but not determining it. Determination is that this is a position that is sacrosanct and it's going to happen. But me, I'm saying that when you say a team is coming with its own tactics, leave it at that. Okay. Until the game comes, and then you now be able to affirm that this your tactics has worked. Okay. But when you give, say yes, like that's why I don't like doing predictions. Predictions are a clear.
That's where I'm going to now.
I don't want to predict.
Who is winning today?
I do not want to predict.
You have to give us your prediction today.
By the process of how they got to the finals, and by every competition rising up to a group stage and up to its quarterfinals is a different ball game. You don't think that one player that's even inconsequential might just rise up and be a danger. Okay. But what I say is today, Spain versus France.
Yeah, who is going to
the game might just go into an extra time. So, but I'm just telling you that I don't know. I'm not going to tell you. Because they have good football and they have very good tactics. Okay. Let the stronger side win the game. Okay. But for me, if you want to tell me, I desire, this is my word now, to see a Spanish English finals. Okay. Meaning that I'm saying that the French team might not just win. They might not be surprised because the bookmakers have overflooded this issue of France, even including you in the studio.
But you are rooting for Spain because you think England will have easy ride on Spain.
No,